What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I want to address President Biden's next move, which he announced today. I want to talk about how Senator Joe Manchin is threatening the upcoming infrastructure bill and any form of stimulus. We're going to talk about how inflation is a real cause for concern, and I want to also provide you an update on the Omicron variant and what we are currently hearing along those lines. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't matter what all lawmakers want. It doesn't matter what President Biden wants. At this time, the only one person that really has all the say in this bill is Senator Joe Manchin. Now, I want to bring this to your attention because of one main reason. Right now, Senator Joe Manchin, he's trying to slow down this bill because he says it's due to inflation. Honestly, I don't think that's the case. I think there's many other things to this, and today lawmakers pretty much called him out on this. Now, let's address what happened earlier last week, or actually earlier this week. Senator Joe Manchin, he was actually asked if he believes what the White House says when they state that they can control inflation. They can control it even if they pass the Build Back Better Act. Well, Senator Joe Manchin said, and I quote, "I haven't seen that, but I have heard that. I don't know how you control inflation when the first year of spending will be quite large." Well, here's what we know. After the CBO report came out, Senator Joe Manchin, who was pretty much dying to know what the CBO had to say, he's yet to really comment on whether he would support the bill after the fact. And also today, President Biden confirmed what many people have been saying for the past couple of months. And President Biden said, "I don't know if I can get Senator Manchin's vote." President Biden also came out and stated that he will be speaking with Senator Joe Manchin directly next week. Now, let that sink in. Let that sink in because today is December 10th. Next week, just to give you an idea. Okay, so next week, lawmakers are supposed to go on recess today. But next week, that's the week of the 13th. The expectation is, if this bill was to get done, we would have had to see a lot of moves this week, which we didn't see. We would have had to get the Senate parliamentarians' ruling on the immigration provision, which we haven't gotten. So we have 1 week. I don't expect this bill to pass. Not in 2021. We have 2 weeks from tomorrow is Christmas Day. I would anticipate the majority of Congress is going to be on recess for pretty much all of the 20th and beyond. Honestly, I think they're going to go on recess very soon. Now, here's what I can tell you. Lawmakers are supposed to be on recess for an entire month, December 10th through January 10th. Now, what does that mean for you and I? Well, here's what we know. President Biden is going to speak with Senator Joe Manchin next week, and the goal of this is to just confirm or commit, okay? So the plan, at least according to multiple correspondents, is they are saying that President Biden's goal is to get Senator Joe Manchin to commit to the bill or confirm that he can't vote for this bill in 2021 due to inflation. Now, here's what we're hearing today. Senator Manchin has been opposing this bill because he says he's worried about inflation. Now, inflation is not a made-up thing. Inflation is actually very real, and we saw it was at 6.8% just today. However, lawmakers question his true beliefs. Many lawmakers feel that it has nothing to do with inflation, and Senator Joe Manchin is actually opposing the bill for other reasons. Right now, here's what I can tell you. Multiple lawmakers say that Senator Joe Manchin doesn't support the bill because he doesn't like the idea of millionaires and himself paying a larger tax. You know, Senator Joe Manchin has a daughter that is a CEO of a pharmaceutical company. Did you know that? Did you know she is very well off? She would be one of those millionaires that's paying a larger tax. Her business, her company, would actually be making less money because by passing this bill, this allows, it makes it harder for pharmaceutical companies to make excessive amounts of money. So this actually hurts her as well. Well, if him and his daughter are both being impacted, not to mention, he can't support the energy provisions within the bill because by doing so, it would negatively impact the state of West Virginia. And he doesn't support money going out to people that are currently not working. So there's multiple reasons, and inflation is right now his scapegoat. What he's using to say that it's because of inflation, when really there's other things to it. But again, that's not just me saying this. This is other lawmakers calling him out and saying it's because of that you're not wanting to pass this bill. But just come out and say it. Just come out and say that's the reason why. Don't beat around the bush. So, moving forward, lawmakers are pretty much at a standstill with the negotiations with Senator Joe Manchin. Could they get somewhere? Maybe. Is it going to happen this year? Probably not. But until Senator Joe Manchin and President Biden meet sometime next week, the expectation is the talks aren't really going to go anywhere. There may be additional talks elsewhere, but with Senator Joe Manchin, that's not going to happen. So we'll see what happens there. What we do know is that the inflation report that came out today didn't do President Biden or Democrats really any favors. And until we begin to see deflation, which some are saying it's probably not expected anytime soon, maybe we could see deflation sometime in the middle to end of 2022, but we don't know. Many expect we are going to see a lot of different problems. And the economy, according to experts, according to multiple economists, there's a high likelihood that it splits two ways. Now, here's what we're being told. One of these ways is where people with assets, with stocks and businesses and real estate, they do very well. And if you have cars that you've already locked into a loan or a lease, you'll do okay. For other people, lower income households, they will be struggling to put food on the table, keep a roof over their head. If you're looking to buy any real estate anytime soon, you're probably going to have to pay a little bit more. If you want to buy a new car or even a used car, you're probably going to have to pay a little bit more. You want to buy furniture? You're going to have to pay more. You're a man, you want to buy a suit, you want to look good? Well, you're going to have to pay more. You want window coverings for your home? Yeah, you will have to pay more. There is a lot of things right now that you have to pay more. So because of this is why economists believe the economy could potentially split in two different ways. Now, we've already seen it, but we could split even further and we can create an even bigger divide. Now, I did talk about different stages of stimulus. What we're seeing, how some states are providing more stimulus than others. And I talked about this in a previous video. So if you haven't gone to go and watch those, I highly recommend you do. I've also discussed how children can get pandemic EBT benefits. If you haven't watched that video, I'll actually link to it down in the description box below, so make sure you go and check that out. But there's a lot to it. There's a lot of different assistance programs out there, but each one of them, and this is the hard part, each one of these benefits will require you to apply for them. These are not just as simple as, you filed your taxes, the federal government's going to send you a stimulus check. It's not that simple. Right now, everything that you have to get or any benefit that you may be able to apply for and you're eligible for, it's going to require some work. And that's the issue. Is some of these programs, they're written in just English. What if someone speaks Spanish, Chinese, French, Italian, or any other language? What happens then? Also, some of these require you to apply online. Actually, scratch that. Every single one of these requires you to apply online. There's no more print out a paper copy and take it down to your local office. It's no, apply online. Well, who does this impact? This impacts people that do not have computers. This impacts people that don't have internet. right? And people that don't have internet probably aren't, my guess is they're not watching these videos. They probably haven't heard of the broadband benefit program to provide $50 per month to help you pay for faster internet. Probably haven't heard of that. So just understand, any of these stimulus programs, any of this additional assistance, it's not going to the hardest hit. Some cases, yes, but in most cases, the ones that were hardest hit and have the lowest income have no idea what is actually going on. And that's the real issue. And this is something that many lawmakers have said, we have to do a better job to get assistance out to those people. But again, the only way to do that is with the stimulus check, which right now I can tell you is seen as a long shot. Let's get to some COVID news for today. In a recent UK study that just came out recently, booster shots provide a 70 to 75% protection against Omicron. Experts predict it will become the new dominant variant sometime in December in the United Kingdom. They also say it could ultimately be a good sign of getting out of this pandemic. But in the US, the CDC has reported that most Omicron variant cases have hit the fully vaccinated. Let that sink in. I'll read it one more time, then explain why this is somewhat misleading. The CDC has reported that the most Omicron variant cases have hit the fully vaccinated, which is strange considering that the vaccine is supposed to protect against COVID. But what some have reported is that the variant could attack the vaccine, which is causing it to somewhat link to one's body. But this is, again, just speculation. But the CDC did state that there are a total of, get this, 43 people in the United States that have the Omicron variant. But again, remember I just said that the reports are indicating that the variant could attack the vaccine, right? And that the majority of cases have been against those that were fully vaccinated. But the CDC says there's 43 people as of today. They also state that 1/3 of those people have had the booster dose. So it's not like these are huge numbers at this time. And again, that's why it's so misleading. But yes, the majority of the Omicron variant cases have been in those that are vaccinated or were vaccinated. Again, the vaccine does wear off. But as soon as I know more on that, I promise I will keep you updated on that information. The good news as of right now is that the most common Omicron symptoms so far are cough, fatigue, and a runny nose. Those are the three. And this is the common symptom in both the United States and in Europe. So that is what we know at this time. As I know more, I promise I'll come back on and share all the latest news and updates. One thing I just want to say is I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys, commenting down in the comment section. Let me know what it is that you want more information on. I do read the comments. I try to get back to you if I can, but in most cases, I just answer your comments in the next video. So again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.